Finally, we will discuss in detail about SRI, Smart Readiness Indicator, and we have an evangelist of SRI already said to them that on your LinkedIn profile you will find yourself as SRI evangelist. That is super nice. Able. And so I ask you to present yourself briefly, and we can start. So this is the pointer, there is the laser, there is the button. Here, you have to click down.
Download up. Okay. Here.
They are 20, more or less 20 from Italy and 20 international, and they are 1/3 building engineering, 1/3 energy engineering, and 1/3 of architectural professional. There are also some persons that are working already.
Very good. Some architects, some architects. Now, first of all, who am I? My name is Massimiliano Magri. I'm the owner of a company here in Italy, a manufacturer of digital controller, from valves and sensor probes, the digital controller, and BMS and so on. And one of my roles in the company is to be in associations and in the mirror group of the technical committees for the technical norm here in Italy and also in Europe. I'm in the SRI platform in working group 3. That is a group formed by various stakeholders, from building automation manufacturers to designers and to professors. So first of all, I want to really thank Mr. Professor Rocha and the President Mattarella, and really all of you, because it's really an honor for me to be here in front of you. I have heard really very high level discussion about the simulations, and wow, very, very good. But there's something more that we can do. First of all, I have to speak about the smartness of buildings. And the first question is, what is smartness? What is smart? Well, perhaps you know very well. But there are many people out there that think that smart means what?
Smartphone.
You know, we speak about smart. What? Smart. What people think about smartness? Smart things. The first thing I done some days ago is only one slide about AI. Only one, no more. Unfortunately, I never heard about AI today. Fortunately, wow. Why using AI? Because I think that AI is a very good mirror of common people. I work in an HVAC company, HVAC field, you know. So I asked them a simple question. It's very simple. Do AI. This is open AI or whatever. No. This is a question that you can do to your mother, your sister, what's a smart test? Okay. And the answer is what I expected. What is a Wi-Fi enabled device? Why Wi-Fi? Why not other bus? Modbus, Botnet, connects or something wireless, a Z-Wave or Zigbee or anyone else. Wi-Fi device. Allo Studio Controller Home Heating, it can be managed remotely. A smart device can be managed remotely. But I think that's something that's smart does more than a normal device. And if we remote only the user interface and no more, because we are remotely the user interface, no more. It can be really so useful, but okay, if we have some service, like geofencing, for example, but other service, it can be smarter. So a smart thing can be smarter and smarter, or less smarter. So we must measure the level of smartness of a device. Perhaps. There is another, not only this is AI, but this is funny, okay? It's funny advertising about a product that doesn't matter with smart and so on. But not only AI, but also, commercial people, they know many things about our thoughts. They know everything, many things about us. In some cases, more than ourselves. So this is very 2 minutes video, okay, 2 minutes video with a final communication, very interesting. I don't know if it's a start. Yes. Smooth. There is no plane. Calendar.
No meetings today. Remember, and 5th at 9:30.
Fire, fire. Open door.
Door open.
Okay.
And we're going to do one more.
All right. Open door.
Wrong place command.
Open door.
Wrong place command.
Open door.
Attack.
Open door.
Didn't understand that. Jenny on the floor.
Yeah, very well, very well. Open door. Okay, it's very funny, yeah, but it reflects what common people think about smart things. Something that is Wi-Fi enabled, and you use a voice assistant. The norm, I will speak about the norm ISO 52120. In the Lightning, Lightning part, there is a service that tells that the most advanced building automation service is manual on. Manual on. No automatic on. The new version, the last version. Okay. Manual on. Dimmed off, automatic off, and so on. Why is this? Where is the smartness? So what is first of all, the message simplicity thing. This is sorry if I can. No. Okay. This frame, in my opinion, is very important. Speaking about this, right? Because the user or the occupant, okay, the occupant, I mean, is well informed where to put the key. It's very clear. The door is dark and the lock is bright. This is a kind of information. Fast. In any language. If you are in trouble because you're getting wet, you are in rain, you can check the key and you know exactly where to put the key. This is simple, clear, effective, and very efficient. You need a device for that? A digital device? Is this connected to the Wi-Fi? It is a very good example, in my opinion, of information to all. It's no digital device. And then, okay, we will see something later. So, what is really smart? Do we need something digital to be smart? Always, yeah, the digital ones can help us, but can be smarter and smarter. But what is really smart? Can we use what we really have? We just have to be smarter. So the first thing that must be smart is you. And your presence here demonstrates that you are smart and demonstrate that in a couple of days you will be smarter just because you are here. So this is an example for me that you don't have to buy anything. Even if perhaps I have to close my company, but okay. No, I'm joking because we are tired. So we can do things smarter. And the really smart thing, absolutely, is you. So, first of all, the definition about building automation and control system BACS is inside the DPPD. Perhaps you know very well. And but there are two words very, very important. Remember the AI, what said about smart answer? Nothing in common. Building automation and control system means a system. It's not a product. It's a system. Because in a building we have many technical services and many devices, different devices. Are you sure you want to use a thermostat that sends only our occupation? We talk about time schedules. You know? Are you sure that you want to use a smart thermostat that surely sends our occupation pattern in the cloud? Well, cloud. Who has the access on it? Perhaps you can find your occupancy patterns in the deep web. So I want only to stress that we are not talking about products, but a system. Okay, a system made by devices, hardware. Okay, products, hardware, no. Software and engineering services. Here in Italy, many times I hear that many designers says to the building automation supplier, I had to have the building automation system. Okay, this is the schemes, this is the all the stuff you do all. Okay, it's a method, it's a way, but in this case, the supplier does what he wants, not what you need. So, pay attention, because this is not the word, the communication I want to share with you is smart thing. No, it's smartness, first of all, of course, are you, but it's when we talk about building automation and control system, we mean a system. Okay, comprising economical, safe operation. Okay. And the last sentence, I was really a little bit shocked, because the manual management of those TBS, manual management. Why go to manual? I'm speaking about automation system. Why go to manual? It happens every now and then that we are in trouble. Houston, we have problem. Something's wrong, and technical services in the building are critical, always critical. Things about hospitals, where we talked about ventilation, and so hospitals, but also schools, offices. If you don't have climate control in the office, your productivity, you're lost. You're losing money every minute. Cannot do that. You have the customer on the other side of the phone. Come on, I'm in trouble. The system doesn't work. Can happen. Can happen to anyone. Okay, so we can have a problem. The problem is not having a problem. The problem is how long I fix the problem. Okay, but the problem also is, can I fix the problem? Not fix completely, but give the service in order to have time to go and to fix really the problem. So to be effective for a certain time, and then I fix completely the problem, I go back to be effective and efficient. I want to be very low, sorry, but in some cases, you need the temperature of the plot, okay? So, for example, okay, I have a problem because I must go into manual mode, or valve, or a damper. Okay, this is an example. Can be others, but this is an example. How can I fix the problem in emergency? Okay, the first thing is I am on phone, and I phone with technicians on site. But on site, we have, let me say, a low skilled, a plumber, an electricians. Perhaps there are a problem. Who knows? But I want to go to manual, ASAP. Okay. So what can I do? Okay, I say, oh, there's a problem with that motor damper. Okay, go there, dismount the motor, find out the handle, the manual handle, put the handle, open the valve. Okay, and the service is on again. But of course, I'm losing money, but I'm giving the service. This is a way, but one of the problems is I have to dismount. I have to find the tools there. There are many problems, and in many times I saw that the problems remains for days, weeks, even months until someone received the energy bill. And Houston, we have another problem. So Can we have a smarter mode to put into manual, like APBD says? Oh, it is possible. Perhaps I can. Let me show you physically something, because you know. Okay, first solution. You take the screwdriver down and find the manual. Okay, first solution. Second solution, you have a problem. You want to have to open fully the valve of the damper. Okay. You can press and then you are free to move. You have the service. But where is the difference? Really difference. Okay, it is absolutely very fast. But where is the big difference? Is that this device is not so smart. It's not smart. It simply has a bus communication. And with this bus communication, not only digital input or analogic input out and so on, of course, it has. I have a digital bus. In this case, it is Modbus, but you can have any bus you want. Thanks to this Modbus, and thanks, of course, software. So the software, we can have a warning that someone has put into manual mode this motor, this actuator. And so I have this information, and through the BMS, I can have warnings and so on. And so I know that I have a problem, but the services go on, okay? But I am the maintainer, for example. I know I have a problem and I have to fix it. Okay. Where's the problem in this case? Okay, this is simple. Okay. But there's another problem. It remains in this way until someone go physically on the site. And not always is so easy to reach the buildings. It is not so obvious. Many buildings can be in the mountains or be, and also moving people as cost in time, pollutions, and so on. So the problem is I have to fix the real problem, and then, okay, now it's in automatic mode, but I have to touch it. I can do this from remote, and this is remote. Oh, for this, if I can, about 3 minutes, I make an example of you for you.
Yes, good.
No, I can. Yeah. Okay. This is a BMS. Okay. What can I do? Okay. Oh, this is a building. Okay. There's an office building. Office building. If I remember well, this is the office of the boss. The boss office. Yeah, the boss office. He wants the service. I cannot interrupt that. Okay, I have to put into manual mode, but this time virtually. And now the thing, for example, the damper, manual. Oh, manual said, I don't know if you see this widget. You see that? You read from far? Okay, manual said value. Of course, I can change the value, and here I can change the value. Okay, from 0 to 100, respecting the maximum, the minimum, and so on. But it's not. I can say forever, yes or no. This is Mars, because if I say yes, it's almost the same to do this in manual, but I can see forever no. And say, okay, how many hours or days I can say, okay, I put into manual mode, I am effective, I'm not efficient, but I have in 1 week, I'm sure to fix the problem. And then automatically the system goes in automatic mode. So this is only example, huh? Only example. So yeah, okay. So this I don't know if so there is not something that is smart or not smart. We can have different level of smartness. In this case, is the manual mode described by EPBD. As I told you before, I am in the task force communication. I'm in this SRI platform in task force communication in the subgroup in this because I'm working group 3. We done a survey to building owners to try to understand what building owners expect from a smarter building. It's very, very useful because we can force anyone with laws and so on, but it is not useful. If I give not the payback time, it's very hard to convince the owners that must pay for this service. So the result of this survey is the first question that concerns building owners is cost, but it's normal. And the last, I'm sorry, but this is sustainability. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is so. We must rely on that. Okay. So, what is the payback time of building automation system? First of all, the level of automation of a building is described as can be assessed now with an ISO norm. This norm is 52120-1. The former was EN 52232. From the first release was in 2007. And now this norm, ISO 52120, was released in 2021. This norm, with this norm, we can measure the building automation level of a building. Okay, it has only 4 levels. It's quite simple. I mean, only 4 levels. Level D is lowest level. You know, level C is try to be the standard, but at least here in Italy the standard is D, not C. Then you can go to advanced, high, and so and class A. SRI goes beyond. From 4 levels, 2 bits, only 2 bits, to a continuous value like an analogic. This is strange. This is the digital, similar digital. This is analogic, but okay. From 0 to 10% to 100%, and of course divided into classes. This is the delegated data. These are 2 different methods to measure the smartness. We can say is the smartest level of a building. Let's see for only by now the first one, because the first one is a norm, very a long time. I mean, almost 20 years. This is a thesis in Politecnico di Torino that calculates the payback time of building automation systems, passing from class D to class C to class A. The payback time is less 5 years. But it's Politecnico di Torino. We are in Politecnico di Milano. let's see what Politecnico di Milano, the great Politecnico di Milano, says about payback time. Okay, this is one of, but consider that the new data from 2 weeks ago that were here. Oh yeah, in Casa d'Alta, the Energy Efficiency Report 2025, and there are also that if you want to read that book, it's very interesting. Published two weeks ago, no more. Energy Efficiency Report 2025 by. Okay, the payback time is always less 5 years. And pay attention, without any incentive. Because of course, if we drag the market with incentives and so on, okay, it's easy to shift this data. Okay, it's easy, but these are data. So I think that your customer will be very interesting because the survey says us that the cost is the first question. How much is cost? Not the cost, the payback time. This is the right question. What's the payback time? Payback time of building automation system. This. I'm not saying it. You're saying that. So let's go back for a moment. ISO 52120-1, and that's right. As I told you before, I'm in task force communication. So what you're about to see is that the beta version of a video that we will release in the next SRI platform, SRI plenary meeting. So what about to see? Don't make photos, okay? Because it's absolutely for your eye only. Okay, 3 minutes. But
in a fast-changing world of rising energy costs, stricter regulations, and higher tenant expectations, what's the smartest move a building owner can make today to protect their asset tomorrow? To assist you with this, we have the Smart Readiness Indicator, SRI, a standardized EU framework that evaluates how well your building uses technology to optimize energy, enhance occupant experience, and interact with the energy grid. EU SRI assesses the automation level of building services like heating, cooling, lighting, EV charging, and other important areas. Think of it as a scorecard for your building's ability to efficiently sense and optimize its performance. If you manage a non-residential building with over 290 kilowatts of heating, cooling, and ventilation power demand, the Smart Readiness Indicator, SRI, will be mandatory, directly affecting your bottom line and long-term asset value. SRI assessments help uncover ways to reduce energy and operational costs using smarter controls and automation. See this as your guide to relevant smart building improvements. High-performance, smart-rated buildings are more appealing to tenants, investors, and future buyers, and can therefore directly impact your bottom line and long-term value. SRI helps you demonstrate that your building is resilient, digitally mature, and ready for tomorrow. With decarbonization targets and ESG reporting growing,
it's very interesting for your customer, I think.
Provides credible, standardized evidence of your building's readiness, supporting disclosures and sustainability efforts. EU SRI positions you ahead of future regulations. As more funding and certification schemes become tied to smart, low-carbon operations, having your SRI in place can unlock access to new opportunities. Yes?
Sorry, stop for a moment. The SRI isn't just an audit, it's a roadmap. Because the idea is to access our buildings that are, when it's mandatory, but by now, of course, and then increase this index. And writing correct things in the building the renovation passport. Okay. Okay.
All right, just it's a roadmap. EU SRI identifies where your building can benefit most from smart upgrades like dynamic lighting, automated heating, cooling and ventilation, demand response, smart metering and interoperable systems. With this knowledge, you can prioritize capital spending and service contracts where it creates the most impact, cutting waste, improving comfort, and boosting performance. With data-driven insights, you can reduce operational costs, improve tenant satisfaction, and building resiliency. SRI offers you a roadmap to insights, control, and future readiness, all in one. Smart is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. Visit the EU SRI web and get more. And thank you for your attention.
This is an AI voice. we have to speed up this voice. It's quite slow, but you know, it is a beta. It's a beta version, okay? I think it's very important to communicate these things, this concept, these ideas to, I mean, end user, building owners. Because if building owners, they are not technicians, think that a smart thermostat, you can use a smart thermostat, you have a smart building, bye. This is not a question of products. Okay. Okay. What's SRI? SRI, so we must measure the building automation system and the smartness of the building.
You can skip this slide because we already talked about it.
Okay.
You can go more in details.
Okay. Okay. Only one thing.
Yeah.
These functionalities are not new. Nothing, almost nothing new. Because 80% of these functionalities were present in ISO 52120. This is not so new. There's something more, but more or less 20% of the functionality. Then the method is quite different, okay? But the functionalities, and when you have to access and to calculate the SRI, the first of all that you must know very well is identify the correct functionality level. In SRI, they in SRI, the assessment of smart readiness, smart ready services in 52120 were called functions. Here are coded, for example, the first is H1A. In 52120, the function is 1.1, but is absolutely the same. The functionality levels are the same. In fact, to write the SRI, they based on the only building automation norm just present in the past, 52120. In fact, perhaps that the smart readiness services are divided into so-called domains. In 52120, I call categories and so on. Let me call domains. Don't worry, it changes almost nothing. As you can see, many of the domains are absolutely present in 52120. Nothing new. There's some functions that are present also in electricity and monitoring control in 52120. 52120 is seven heating, cooling, domestic water, ventilation, lighting, blinding, dynamic blind control, and technical building systems. We have something more. Why? One of the new things is EV charge, and vehicle to grid. Other things are quite different. Not only is the other things that we will see. As you can see, every smart service or every function has a different level of implementation or functionality levels. These levels can be 0, 1, from 0 to 1, only 1 bit, or can go anywhere potentially. Okay, the maximum level now is level 4. I don't remember that there is. Consider that 52120 has 45 function, if I remember well, and SRI is 50, 52, 54, something like that. Okay, so we have the services, and then the level of implementation. Remember when I told you put into manual mode, there's different levels. So here the same. I always stress this idea, the former idea of 52120. And the idea is the same. We have, if you want to be at least level B or more, level A of building automation, you have the rooms that it's a consumer. Okay, these data, this demand signal, of course, they give to the system the energy demand signals, and so it is generated and distributed on the energy that is needed at that moment. No more, no less. I mean, possibly a little bit, there are efficiency and so on, of course. But and there's another thing. If I can control this consumer from the TBS or the BMS, or from local or from remote, in some cases I can force this consumer to consume. And why is that? Lightning has no inertia. I can say inertia in English, okay? But heating and cooling, above all heating, has a high inertia. So, can I force this room to be warmed when it is convenient, or it is their emission? Can I do that? If I have at least class B of automation, ISO 52120, yes, I can do that. So I can use, for example, shared energy in a renewable energy community, for example. I have shared energy. I'm not a prosumer. For example, I'm a consumer inside a community. And so this means connection to the energy grid. We spoke about that before. And if the digital building is enough smart, we can also use this building, why not, to try to balance the network, the electricity grid. And I can use the building as a thermal storage. Because of course I will have thermal storage for domestic hot water, some inertial tanks and so on. And of course I use it, but that is of course. But the real new thing is to use the entire building as a thermal energy storage. And for reaching that scope, I mean, I must to open the valve. Okay, this is the ratio, the idea of 50:120. As you can see, we have energy signals and also connection to the grid, of course. If it is possible, of course. If it's not possible, you omit that function, this is not applicable, and so on. This is the function 1.1 in 50:120. The emission control. That's, for example, we have radiators, okay? We have sorry, the slide, there is another piece because it's another, well, there's a level 4. That is with communication and present detection, okay? That's a level 4, okay? And then we have some X's, but, okay, let's see the functionality, the implementation level or functionality level of this function, of this, or this smart ready service. Smart ready service, this is the functionality levels of smart ready service H1A. This is done by SRI to market. I am working group 3, but there is a working group 2 with live projects. SRI to market is one of them, but we have also Smart Square, and Paris knows everything about Smart Square, and it's also Smart EPC, and many others. Okay, so the functioning levels are the same. Okay, what's the difference between 52.120 SRI? 52.120 tells us divide the buildings into very big types. Perhaps too big in non-residential, but this is okay. This is we will have SRI. Okay. It divides the building from residential and non-residential. If you implement, for example, the individual room control for residential and non-residential, you are in class B. Individual room control means thermostatic valves, mechanic thermostatic valves. Very simple, very cheap, and sometimes very unuseful. Because I always go when I go to buildings, I always go to emitters. I always go to the thermostatic valve if it is present. Also, it is mandatory, but often I find that valve is fully open and manually forever. Are they useful? It's better to take it out. I don't know. It's completely unuseful. But this is the C class. As I told you, the C class is the standard. The standard is having the TRV, normal TRV. If you want to go further, go smarter, okay, you have to install an electronic or digital TRV with a communication and communication. Now we are going to explain what kind of communication. Can be Wi-Fi, as OpenAI told Maybe. Here there is communication. Not a technology, but a service. Okay, and this is, if you, in a heating domain, you have 10 functions. If you go on the top, you are in class A. Only if you have only one function in class, for example, C, the entire service goes to class C.
It's a question here. It's unilateral or bilateral, the communication? The communication also actuation or not? Just communication, just feedback, or I can also send a control signal?
If we have a one-way communication, could be enough. But if we have, when we will have a grid connectivity, this arrow must be bilateral. Because if I have not the grid connection, okay. But if I have a connection to the grid, I must use it. So, where the smartness of having a grid connection without using, where the smartness? So, by now, the communication, really, it depends of the variable, because there are read-only variable, write-only, I don't think so, but read-only variable or read and write variable. For example, a set point is read and write. The value of temperature of the temperature change sensor is read-only. This is not so true. Because can be read only also the sensors. I show you, but I can show you the BMS, but I can, if I have some troubles and one sensor is not functioning, I can force a temperature in a single sensor. It can be sensor temperature, pressure, differential pressure, relative humidity, anyway, okay? I can force them. I can force not only the output of a controller but also the input. So perhaps now I'm thinking about it. This arrow is always bidirectional. It's always bidirectional. I correct me. You are right. Must be correct. Must be bidirectional. So perhaps you saw this, but yeah.
We're running out of time. Yeah, so you can.
Okay.
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. 15 minutes.
I just started.
I see. Just warm up.
Okay. So this is the criteria. Every key functionality is separated into criteria. But this is the difference between the 52120 and SRI. I must underline this because energy efficiency we have maintains for protection, comfort, convenience. One of the difference from 52120 SRI is the loop to the occupant and not only the controller, not only the consumer, but the occupant. And in 52120, the occupant is completely missing. In SRI is so much important. The occupant, finally, I can say. And then, of course, the information to occupant. And remember the key? Information to occupant. I see very well the lock. Convenience. Everyone can use a key. I don't have to force people to use a smartphone to change a set point. Many people want only to turn a knob. Well, in Italy, we have very also old people. And we are engineers, of course. We are engineers, but when we are at home, perhaps we became normal occupants. And we don't want to have the smartphone in our pocket every minute. I'm home. I don't want to say dirty words, but I can't. So this level we saw in smart readiness indicator, only smarter. This is written standard ISO 52120 because it's the source, but this level, of course, has an impact on these different impacts. You know, so if we have a digital controller for emitters in every emitter with presence detection and so on, we have level 3 for energy efficiency, of course. Energy flexibility, 0 is 0. Yes, but we can discuss of it. Pay attention, the SRI isn't in discussion by now. The method is there, but perhaps something can change until the mid of 2027. Then there is the timeout. You know, comfort is very comfort, of course. If I have a digital device, convenience, very use. I have to do nothing or turning a knob, you know, or pushing a button. It's very simple. Health and so on, very good for maintenance. Information to co-occupants is very low for this single device. It's very low, and I agree with that. I saw some TRVs with digital display on every TRVs, but that's crazy. In my opinion, that's crazy. I want to open, close, and change that number from 1 to 5, from 0 to 10 or whatever. Okay, I turn that. No more, no less. No complicated displays with 3, 4 buttons. I don't like it. Perhaps you like it. Okay, this is the method of calculation. Is, as you can see, is very different from 52120 because the mean value or weighted mean value. So, but I think that this is the delegated data, the last delegated data. This will be updated in the first 6 months of 2027. So this is the method, but I think, okay, it seems to be, but it's not complicated. I saw many complicated things before. So it is quite simple. But we have some tools. There is a Google, spreadsheet, no, Excel sheet in order to calculate this. But there are now many digital tools, web tools to calculate this. And in my opinion, it is very comfortable to use digital web tools. This is an example of certificate. Will be a certificate, of course, and there will be assessors. Some the deadlines that I told you before for oh, sorry, this is now. The new APBD, no, APBD 844/2018 states that by December 21, 2024, so now, not today, now,
Yesterday.
non-residential buildings where effective must be equipped with building automation and control systems over 290 kilos. Non-residential over 290 kilos. This is EPBD Recast 3. And we have our law, application law, I don't know, application law, DLGS 48. Okay, and then there will be in 2030, but who cares about that? We must care about today. And this is true when in the new buildings or major renovations and so on. If you put the hand for changing the boiler or something else, you must take care. You must equip that building with building automation and control systems. And okay, well, the EPBD says us what building automation control system must do, and we know very, very well. Okay. These documents were released a couple of weeks ago. This is the new guidance of EPBD for
June instead of July. Yeah, we already.
Oh, 6. Sorry, June, not July.
We already cited it.
Okay. There are 30 documents, more or less 30 documents. This is the documents about the technical building systems. Of course, I'll show this to you. And they are explaining that we could, but I think we have to, my opinion, but this is called in a nutshell, correspond to the B class under standard. Sorry. There is a little mistake. They wrote a little mistake because they merged the old one and the new one. The old one was 15232. The new one is 52120. And they have done some merge of this.
Didn't change partially the number.
And it is very, very strange because here is almost correct because this norm is not EN, of course, but it's an ISO. So the
but you know that there is some political cut and paste, and even the political cut
yes,
and paste,
but
everything can come out.
We are dealing. We have artificial intelligence. Use it, please.
That's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Then we get wronger.
Perhaps it is a problem. I don't know. But anyway, but so we now have to design and improve the smartness. Let me use this word. Our buildings, and we must reach class B of 52120. And if you use 52120, you will be very the passing from 52120 to SRI is a very, very fast and easy pass. Okay. Okay. This is very new. I don't know if you have seen. And okay, now this is for SRI. SRI will be mandatory in June 2027. Okay. So we are here now. We are at least at the end of the experimental phase. Italy joined the working group 1 finally 2 months ago, but it's only official join. I with Enea and so on, we done some SRI test 2 years ago. So it's not new. Of course, we must be ready for the mid 2027. You must be ready. The SRI is something that is a part of an assessment, a I mean, global assessment. So it's very efficient to do EPC, SRI, and why not also an energy audit? We'll see later something about that. No, later now. This is the CVA 18193, and this is quite new because it's released in March. And this is a proposal to how to assess the SRI. And now, as you can see, many steps are common with energy audit, according to 16247. So, dash two. Not everything is in common because, for example, the sample method, the step 5, SRI doesn't ask you to put into the calculation the real consumption by now. It will be done automatically in the future with method C, but there are many things to say. Okay, this is, and the only steps to have an SRI are these 7 steps. The most important, in my opinion, is the number 4. We must go in field and verify that the functionality level is not only present, but functioning. So the word readiness is not so, it was translated in Italian in such a way, very dangerous way, but who cares about Italian in this at this moment? But readiness, I mean, it must be present and functioning, and we must test. Really, predisposizione, ancora peggio. No. But this is the Italian question. Okay, we are very strange. Okay, so this is the steps to do a right SRI assessment. I told you about a method that is not yet present, this method C. We have no time about that. 2 methods. The method A, 52120, has only one method. That is method B, fundamentally. Only method B, no more. SRI has 3 methods. Method C, don't worry about that. This method A and method B.
Most important for us.
No, method C is only on the wishes.
Hey!
Only on the wishes.
It's an idea. It's an idea.
Of course, we said we want to go there.
Okay, method A and method B. Method A is very simplified. It's a very simplified. The difference is not so. But they say this is a European slides. They say 1 hour. 1 hour is, in my opinion, is not enough. But let's say method B. Method B is absolutely the method you will use. You have to use in order to access and make a certificate. Because there will be a certification program for certificated and assessors. There will be. So, no.
Just a few things about it.
Okay.
And they can
Only one thing. I give this link to you. This is one of the best tools, I think, thanks to Paris.
Yeah.
Thanks to Paris.
We want to add something.
No, Paris, Pablo, and also other guys, big guys, absolutely.
Paris is quite humble, so if you want to say a couple of words about this tool,
Yeah, this is it's a spin-off that we have with my research group at Frederick University since 21. And one of the products that is this tool, which actually is a tool for calculating the SRI. And not only, there are many features in the tool. And R2M, of course, is a partner in the Smart Square project where this tool was delivered. So, yeah.
Yeah, Paris is very humble, so another person will use it in Europe, and yeah, he's the inventor.
Okay, if
Because we have to close. You have to jump to the conclusions.
okay. Jump to the conclusion fast.
Yeah.
Use this tool. This is very, very easy. There is a call. I don't remember the call. I don't remember the other. Sorry, my age. Okay. Only a word about the set of norms about building automation and control systems. These set of norms are the ISO 16404. They are theoretically 7. The 7th part is not yet present, but the first, please see the first part because it's designing building automation and control system. The first is the flow chart. It's a simple and not so long flow chart on how design, program, install, and make the commissioning, making the documentation, the improvements, and so on and so on. This is very important. 16404-1. -2 is the hardware, that there is only the architecture of building automation control system. It goes from valves to the big cloud and so on. That is anything. But it's useful and not so long. This is useful and this is long. 170 pages and so on. But it describes, not so well, but it describes inputs and outputs. For example, this is the individual model, the level 4 of H1A in SRI, or 1.1 in 52120. Heating control, the type and occupancy detection. Okay. Inputs, output, heating demand. So I must know the heating demand. This is a digital controller from emitters and so on. One of the most important things is also the data. We spoke about we have no data. We need data. There's an association. This is American association with many companies that they agreed to a protocol, very, very useful to share the data. And this is called HiStack, and this is quite similar. This is an API REST protocol, and it's very useful because it's very secure. You use HTTPS, so can use encryption, saving privacy, and so on. I'm think okay. I want to cut now. In 52120, there's an informative, it is informative, but it's very important. That is Annex F, that is the maintaining back energy efficiency. This is absolutely, in my opinion, fundamental. If you want to think not only to giving a building to the customer and bye-bye, but if you care about life cycle of the building, also building automation must be maintained. There are here it describes how, why, and so on. So I think that these slides will be given to Paul Rossano. the slides will be given. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Ah, okay,
It's
okay.
already uploaded. All the slides are already uploaded.
Ah, okay. Very, very good. So you have, of course, there is not the entire GNOME, of course, but you have all the references. Okay. This is an example of how to put in manual with a wire, hard wire, and a piece of wood. It happens almost in Italy. I don't know if other countries happens. There are, and so one of the most important thing of all of that is the documentation of building automation systems. The documentation, because if people doesn't know how to operate, how to operate the building automation system, can do very, very wrong things. Okay, I'm almost finished. Smart EPC, that's another life project, has these KPIs, 300 qualified certified assessors across 2026. Is very high objective. Okay. And Smart EPC has launched this call for assessors. If you are interested in this, you can join this. The date is gone, but I'm sure they are searching for EPC assessors, or someone that wants to join us in this case, because it's Smart EPC, now the live project, and in order to see what are the gaps in skills for an EPC assessor, becoming an SRI assessor. What the gap, and we must fill the gaps. So I think that if you this is only a form, you fill a form, no more than that. If you have troubles, I am the board of the Smart EPC. If I can give also you Paris, I use the board in Smart EPC. Because this deadline is too early. I mean, it's early.
Actually, in this project, we have developed a platform where EPCs and SRIs are combined, and we needed some volunteers to test. It's a paid work. It's 2,000 euros per volunteer. And we have, let's say, 12 positions for that, and we have 6 applications. But it's just for testing the platform that we have developed in this project.
It's very useful for us. So please, if you are interested in it, join. Try to join. I think that we can couple of days. We are in Italy. No, we are not Italian. So, okay. I think that's all. Okay. Yes. Okay. Questions.
Thank you very much, Massimiliano.
No question? You find me on LinkedIn, okay?
No, wait. No. So it was super interesting. Thank you, Massimiliano. You have a lot of passion. So sorry, for just 1 hour. It's more than 1 hour. I know that for you it's like 5 minutes, but it's like 1 hour, 1 hour and 20 minutes that you're speaking. And I know that you would like to speak about it for the whole night. Hey, if you want, we can go out for a beer.
For now.
Who wants?
Sorry.
He's an evangelist of SRI, and you know what I guess.
Sorry, it's only a joke.
The name is called for him. And so thank you very much, Massimiliano. Sorry, next time I will plan more time for you. And